paper 2. Anyway, it was the problem last year with the boys that the paper 2 was not even given to them. Yeah, it was just predicted marks for paper 2 for them because it was canceled because of rain. So anyway, so let's go back. So here you can find the widows and orphans. Just make sure to check that, and that will automatically control the widows and orphans of your document. So that you don't have to worry about looking if there's one line separated. And one more thing, it says here the line spacing and inconsistency. So just for me, I always tell you last time, you can zoom out to see the inconsistency of your document. Like right now, I can tell that I have a problem because this is not supposed to be like this. This is inconsistent spacing. So I know I have done something wrong in this. So basically, that was the reason of I modify it manually there. So just make sure, because if you do like this, oftentimes you can see, but it's not that clear to see the appearance of the whole document. So by zooming out, you can see that they are really consistent on that particular work of yours. So this is inconsistent again. This is inconsistent again. You can see that it's not, justified. Oh no, it is justified, but the problem with the columns. And this one, because of the layout that we have done in here, so let's just make it sentence case. So that become consistent now. And even this one here, you can easily see the difference between the space of that and here. So that is inconsistency also. So you have to make sure to remove that particular thing. Even though there's no instruction, as long as you see inconsistent, you have to remove it. All right. Let's continue to the next question where it says, make sure the column, the table and the list must not be split, huh?
Usually.
So it should be in one column alone, in one page, especially column when there's a column breaks into it. Using a spell check, that's very, very important also. So again, when you are doing a spell check, you can just directly press F7 in your keyboard. It was done already checked, so there's no more checking that can be done. So, but anyway, it's gonna be under review, and then you can see here the spelling and grammar. So there you can see the particular thing that it will be, okay, let's just recheck if it's possible. Nothing now. It was done already. So anyway, you do not have to change the grammatical error. Huh? There's no grammatical error that you will be marked for that one. It's only for the spelling mistake. That's not spelling mistake. It's British English. Yeah, so they will not they will not penalize you for that one. Only probably when the word which is very obvious that it's wrong, like this one, it might be I. So they meant to do it so that you will lose 1 mark if you will not change it. So oftentimes there's none, but in some papers also there's 1 or 2 words they meant to make it like that so that you will change so that they can use the syllabus question spell check. Now, this one, I'm sure you are aware now, right?
Yeah.
The difference between serif and sans serif. What is serif again?
Times New Roman.
Times
The
New
ones with the
Roman.
fancy hat.
Good. And sans serif is Arial. So
It's the area.
but in reality, the one which is dull edge, like this one, this is the what we call serif. I mean sans serif. See? It's not pointed. Anything pointed, it's called serif font. So that's not pointed if you really look closely to it. It's dull in the edge. So if you go to Times New Roman, it will become pointed. See? So that becomes serif font. So anything which is pointed, it's serif. Anything which is not pointed, it's sans serif. They are generic font in short. So that's the thing we have. Which question are we now? All right.
Just adding.
Yeah. Adding total number of pages in the header and file size. So actually, we did not practice even this question because it wasn't in all the past papers. But when I read the syllabus, it says to add the total number of pages. How many pages I have in this document?
3.
I have 3, right? So to add that number of pages, you can just simply go to the document info, then field, and then you will type here the page. And then when you are there, then you have the page number, okay? Number word, it's not in the syllabus, it's only the page number they have. And you will see now that there will be 3. So it's gonna be 3 for all. So now if you don't know that how to show it there, there's no problem. Go to that particular place, just put number 3. They will never know if you just simply type that number three. Why?
Unless they ask for evidence.
Yeah, unless they ask for screenshot, because right now it's three, it will be three for all. So there's no big deal about it. Unless there's a screenshot that they ask you to provide. So that will be another story. Okay. And as I've told you last time, especially girls, because I won't be there, if your footer have problem because it will not print everything, what to do?
Make it bigger.
Change the height or
Use,
like the space.
yeah,
Change the space.
use this one, footer from bottom. You need to increase so that this text will go up because sometimes the printing will be half of this only. So you click this, that one will go up. So 9900% it will not be printed. So you have to make use of this only when you print first or when you go to the print preview, it doesn't show, then increase the font footer from bottom so that it will just go up a little bit. And that will be enough. You will not lose mark for not showing the whole thing here. Next, file size, you know, right?
Does the file size have a unit to it?
You better write the unit if they ask for it. So you go here, the field, and then just go to file, and then you will know the file size is there. So you have kilobyte and byte. So if they ask for kilobyte, it will not display. Just write it back. All right, so that will basically give you also the idea that it's 17 kilobyte or MB 4 megabytes. After that, did I just ruin my notes? Yeah, I ruined it. I just add everything, you know, no problem. I will not save it. Okay. Table, vertical cell alignment, top, medium, bottom. You know this one?
I get confused between like sometimes vertical and horizontal. I know horizontal is this.
Yeah. You know how I remember vertical? Because of the because of the word bird. Where you can find the bird? Up. So that's vertical. V or B, you know? I don't know. Asian do the B and V together, you know? So you have no problem about it. There's no difference for us, okay? So anyway, so vertical alignment is basically like this one right now. So if you observe, this is top. So sometimes they want you to make it in the center vertically. So you can do that one by going into the option of that. You can do to the layout, but this careful with this one here because this is for both the left and I mean the horizontal and vertical. So if you just wanted to make the changes in the vertical alignment, so you better go to the table properties and go to the what is so-called cell. Here you can have center. So it will not change the margin. The margin, this is center already. So it will, you click that one, it will just go to the middle without modifying the alignment on the left, right, and center. So again, just go ahead, highlight what you want. You go to the table properties of it and choose the cell it specifically and choose what they want. Bottom, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. So it will do exactly what it is. This is the I think you know this one. This is the orientation of the text, right? The direction.
Yeah, text direction.
So it happened twice already in past papers. So it's just here, huh? So you can just play along with this one here.
Until it matches.
Yeah, until it matches to the given instructions that they want on that particular question. It never happened. It's always about auto fit to column, but to what extent that they will come with this question right now, it might be possible. Why? Because this one is in the syllabus as well. Adjusting the row height and adjusting the column width. So again, to do that is just here. If I'm rushing so much right now, so go ahead, don't worry. There's a recording for this. You can just rewatch the video later on, okay? Until you sleep. Make this one as your playlist when you sleep tonight, you know? Make it on loop until tomorrow morning. Okay, anyway. And I think you will not have good night's sleep after that. Okay, anyway, so to what I supposed to do? I forgot now. Adjusting the row height and
The height one. The height.
so anyway, example, do you want this particular thing to be adjusted, the column width? So just go to the table properties again, and here you can have the column where you can have a preferred width. You can measure in percentage or in centimeter, depending on what you want. Example, I wanted it to be exactly 2 centimeter for this column alone. So when you click OK, it will adjust to 2 centimeter in that particular end. Now, I want also to adjust the row height for this. So you can do the same thing by going to the row, and here you can specify also the row height. I want to make it a 3 centimeter, not at least, but exactly 3 centimeter, because there are chances that it will just modify according to the requirement. That's why there's what we call at least. When you click OK, then they will have a uniform of 3 centimeter right now. I think it's not ideal to have that. But anyway, that's how it is. Yeah. It becomes so weird now. Let's just make it 1 probably. All right, there you go. So it's uniform length right now if you wanted to see that one. And auto fitting, this one is just simple as right click and go to. No, this is I hate this. All right, auto fit to window. Always make use of auto fit to window to make sure that you don't have to adjust it manually. That's very, very crucial when you want to do it manually, because sometimes it doesn't fit exactly to that one. Image, adjusting the brightness and contrast of an image. Have you tried it?
Yeah, I know how to do it, but no.
Oui, mademoiselle.
Yeah.
No.
In Word, it never showed in Word, but in website question it was asked. But it's part of the of the syllabus, so let's figure out how to do it. So example, this is the image. So what you will do to adjust the brightness and contrast for that is basically you just have to right click and go to picture or format that picture. And you will see here, just select until you will find the word brightness and contrast. Oh, lucky enough, I found it. So it's just here. Specific percentage they want, just write it down. I don't know what will be, if it will come out. So who knows? But just in here, playing the contrast and brightness will be just here, okay? So it might be asked for screenshot, whatever it is, it's just in these options here. Other than that, they don't ask anything. The only thing I found in the syllabus is the brightness and contrast on this one here. Next up is says grouping the layer of images or putting them together if there are several images, moving front or back if they necessary. So what they meant by that?
Move all the way backward, one backward.
Yeah. So example, I will have.
This is mostly in PowerPoint.
I have 3 images, and they want that these 3 images will be grouped. So how I can group that?
Control.
Yeah.
Control
Actually, hold control button and allow me to multiple select the images. And to make it a group, right click, and there's actually an option called group. When you click group now, it become one big image. See? Now I can move those images in one place like this way. So this is just in the syllabus. Who knows it will come? It never asked so far until today. So at least now you know that that exists in this particular thing. Now, the same way how you group, you just right click to ungroup them. So ungroup that one, meaning now you can modify each of which. Now, going through moving forward or backward, right now it's in the back, right? Okay, like oh no, it's forward now.
It's forward.
Yeah, so if that's forward, if I bring it to the back side of this image, I can just simply click the other image and make it bring to front. All right, or make this one bring to back. I don't know why it doesn't work. So send to back. Why it doesn't do? Anyway, so let's just send backward. Send back. What? Send
What
forward.
about all the way back? Isn't there an option for all the way back?
Bring to front. I have problem with the image. Why it's not doing what I want to do? All right. So this one should go back. Or okay, let's do it again one more time.
Look forward.
It doesn't do it.
Maybe
Maybe same it is something.
Okay, let's me just add another image just to make sure. All right, so this image I have, let me just make it into square also so that I can easily, modify it. So now I have it. Let me just bring it to backward. Okay, it's even here also. Okay, there's something is not working here. Let's make it like in front of text.
Maybe the text is interfering.
Yeah, probably. So right now it's like that. So let's make it also in front of text, right?
It's in front of the text.
Yeah, no, just to make sure that we click that one. All right. So now we can send backward.
Maybe you have to wrap the images.
No, let's do it backward now. Send to back. It doesn't do.
Maybe you have to wrap the image with the text so they interfere with each other.
We will try. In line with text. Tight square, because we only use this particular thing here.
I usually use
Yeah. Move with text. Move with text. So it doesn't go behind, huh? So let's figure it out. I don't know what's happening.
If they have two different wraps, I think it might not work.
Yeah.
Did you try bringing it forward and backward instead of it bringing it to like back and front?
Say it again.
They have options to bring for like you select send to back. How about you send backward?
Yeah, I will try. Nothing is happening actually. Okay, anyway, let's make that one an assignment. I'll do it. I'll figure out what's happening with this one here, or else I will waste my time for this one. It was working the other time when I practiced this one and I tried this one.
Wait a second. Do they have the same wrap text? Can you make sure they have the same wrap text?
Square. Let's make square for everything.
Yeah, we'll make everything square.
Yeah, it's all square though. So send backward. Nothing. Okay, no problem. Let's make that one. We will do that particular thing. This is important also. Do you know how to compress a file?
Right click and then the zip file. Compress.
All right. So again, to compress a file, example like this, everything, example, these are all your works and it's on one folder. Right click into it and simply send to, the easiest way.
Send to, yeah.
Send to compress. And you will have this file. They might ask for a screenshot how to compress file. Who knows? So it happened in one time. And just
when giving out the files, do we have to compress it, or you will do that stuff?
What do you say?
When giving the file, like when submitting.
Read your file. You know what you will do in the exam?
They'll just take it from you.
Yes.
They will get your file, the printed one, and they will, you know what I would say for you there? Make sure to delete the file. Because that is part of the instruction. There should be no electronic file left after the examination. So you have to delete the file. So there's there's no way like you will come back in the
Sir, what do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean I should delete the file?
After you have printed everything and the examination is done, you have submitted all your printouts, the examiner will give you an instructions to delete the file in the computer because no one needs it. They don't want to check that anymore. What they will check is your printout.
We will never be asked to submit files, right?
No, that's why you're printing. That's why you're printing because they will check the printouts, not this one here. If you will take if you will take AS, then yeah, you need to send the file like this because they want to see the development of your program. So that's only for CS. I mean AS. Let's proceed now. I think I'm done with the word part. Now let's move on to the database. So this is where this is where the problem mostly happen in the importing part. Do not forget to follow the sequence of the format of date when you are importing.
Don't get lazy.
Yeah, don't get lazy to just ignore it. That's the one important thing you have to follow. So example, this file, I don't know, it doesn't exist. Year end should have the years into it. Should have at least. Oh yeah, there a little bit. No.
That's the one that I mentioned it to you.
I told you how to do it before, right? You understand now?
Yeah, you imported. Yeah.
Okay, so it's just
This is the one, Yamuram, that you caught me fixing.
So
you know, like when I was in the computer lab and I was trying to fix this weird one. Yeah, this is the one.
Okay, so you can just go to data and from text and just figure out that way. Anyway, I showed you last time this one, so no need to re-show it for now until we are in Excel part. So I'm just looking for a file where there is a date. Oh God. Okay, anyway, so it doesn't matter. So whatever it is, so when you're doing the access, when you start that one, we always look at the file. We look at the file when we are importing. we make sure that our file have a format of what is available. So just assuming I have a certain file here, assuming I have,
In case you have.
yeah, in case I don't have any. So I always told you first, make sure to read this one. It's very, very important.
Usually there is.
But it came 1 year that they don't have this. They have directly the celebrity sports like this one. And when you click that, you will lose one record. So never ever do that. Instead, leave it without. When you go to next, this is where you change that field names. With the correct field names you can see on the paper. So careful about that. It happened one time. And what else can happen? It might happen second time around. Who knows? Now, before you leave,
The first time for everyone.
before you click next, do not forget that this will play an important factor of the format. It's not about what's written on the paper. It's about what file they gave. So you have to scroll to each particular file and see the formatting that they have. Example, they have a year here. This is like a year format. It's day, month, year. So you should follow that, not the paper that says month, day, year. It's what's here. If it's day, month, year, you have to go and make sure it's day, month, year. Because if you will not do that, good luck to the error and you have to repeat that.
In the exam, they want, like, for example, in the exam, they want a day, month, year.
Later, you will modify it in the query. In the table.
You don't change it.
Don't change it here. Change only the format. Whatever the format they have here, follow this one. Example, day, month, year, make sure it's day, month, year. It's monthly year, make sure it's monthly year. That's the thing, because if you will, if there is a discrepancies between day, month, year, and month, year, expect that every month that is more than 12, it will be error, because the computer will never accept that. There's no more than 12 in month, so the computer will automatically make those importing as an error importing. So that's the reason behind for it. And one thing which is some of you still forgetting, you forget to make the yes or no, huh?
Yeah, checkbox.
Always remember that it should be Boolean. Never wait until the query or the table to change it there. It's gonna be too late to do it there. You should change it to yes or no in here before you even close this wizard. So don't forget about that problem, because I have no problem.
Wizard?
Huh?
Wizard?
Huh?
You said wizard.
Wizard?
You said wizard.
Wizard? Yeah. What happened to my computer? Why it goes here? What? I have to
You
ask.
said wizard too many times.
I have
You
to.
cursed it.
What? Anyway, leave it now. Let's go back to the question, to the thing. So importing the date properly, the Boolean will be the field name matches. Make sure that they match exactly to the thing. And it never asked before, but maybe it will come to your time. So just make sure when you're trying to import, do not rush. What I want you to do is simply take your time in doing this, because this is important. Sometimes we don't know to what extent. Maybe they will play around with, they will tell you a certain field, but they don't put that in the same order on your paper. Let me repeat.
You can change the order.
They might not, they might play around. That's what I'm saying. They might want you to lose mark or some sort of. So they might put that one as in your paper, genera, and then gen code. And maybe the text is about integer. So and you just simply look at the sequence on your paper. It says short text integer. You just direct, it's okay already. So make sure to read that it is on the same name field and the same data. So what you will do, compare the name field of the paper and also the data type. Who knows, they will try to play around with that one. So that I'm just giving some, weird stuff that might happen. This is the thing. If they want decimals but not currency, how we do it? We use?
You go to interior in the design view. You click, you make it real, not general.
Standard.
Standard, yes.
And then
standard or fixed. If you want this much specific, like this one right now. So right now, the format of this, if you observe, it's very uniquely one decimal, right? Because it is in the format of standard, and that is one decimal place. So that's very crucial also to do that. All right. Create and edit primary key and foreign key. This is something you know already. Someone? Yes? Okay. All right. Create and edit primary key. So remember, sometimes they will not tell you which is your primary key to do. You have to decide on your own. Remember last time?
It's usually something unique.
So you should understand which one is unique among them all. It happened in this paper, I think, when they ask you to create a primary key out of these things here. So there are so many things here. There are a lot of codes. There's code for gen, there's game code, and there's age code. So they will tell you to just choose the appropriate primary key for that. So if you don't know, then you might choose the wrong one. So basically, you just have to observe which one is repeated. So this is having repetition. This is having repetition. They are already out of the options. But if they are not obvious that there's a repetition, this is what you will do. Click a certain field, highlight them all on that field, and just go to conditional formatting. If it turns color, meaning they are duplicated file. That means duplicated file. So that means you cannot use it anymore. So meaning that is not unique, in short. The same thing here, highlight that also, and then go to highlight and duplicate value. So meaning that is also having a duplicated data. So but if you try to click this one and you go to conditional formatting and click highlight, duplicate value, you will never see a color, meaning they are unique. So in that case, I can 100% guarantee that this is my primary key. And that's important of knowing that. Now, given a chance, they ask you primary key, and then later they tell you to change the primary key. Do you know how to do it?
You go to the design view, you edit it there.
All right. So if they ask to modify the primary key or change the primary key, how we do? We simply click the table and you go here. So example, they want the country code to be the primary key. So just right click and make it primary key. So again, right click and primary key. Now, when can we have we call foreign key? You know what's a foreign key?
Yeah.
You told us last time.
Yes.
What's a foreign key?
It's like
It's basically the one that the primary key has a relationship with.
Okay, that's good actually. So in this case, what's the foreign key here?
that would be the
It is the builder ID in the yachts table.
Yes, in the Yachts table, this is the builder ID, is the foreign key. The foreign only exists when there is a relationship. So if the relationship is gone, there is no such thing as foreign key. So that is the one that links to primary key is what we call the foreign key. So that is important to link between two tables. So that's how the importance of that primary key. Where are we at the moment? Next. Oh, this is about creating data entry form. Creating data entry form, specified field, appropriate font size and type, appropriate spacing between fields,
Instruction.
individual, use of white space, radio button, checkboxes, drop down. These three are the main
Navigation button.
navigational aids. So you would say, so again, when you do that, we are just preparing for create, form wizard, select, I would select the second one. I think it's less number, a lot. Yeah, anyway, no problem. Select and then just finish. Now, appropriateness of the length, which will be looking at the data. So this one, if you observe right now, the movement of this one is too less. So you should make sure to make it a little bit smaller, shorter, that one. Anything that is not necessary to be lengthy, you have to reduce because that will basically part of the question also that they might ask. This one is just too small. That's only so, but make it also aligned to it so that it will look organized as well on this one here. Now, going through some of the options you can have, they might ask you to create some drop-down list. Example, the crew. Crew is under the yacht, right? Let's see what are the numbers involved in crew. Oh, that's a lot of numbers. So sort, it's until what? Wait, I will not do that. I'm not do that. The sleeps is until what? Why can do this? Oh, that's still a lot. I will not do it. Anyway, just example that will be the case. We what you can do is basically you have to, am I doing this? All right. So if you wanted to create a certain drop-down list for the crew, you just have to click that one, but you should be, okay, this is a good layout view now. You can click that and you will go to the option to change this particular, no, not this one here. Change to, and you will make that one into combo box. Okay. Okay. Anyway, it's gonna be less list box anyway later. So once you are doing that one, if you observe now it's becoming a drop thing here. But of course, it's not active right now because we don't add any elements yet. So to add elements into it, you go to the data, and here you can this one into what we call the value list. So once the value list, then you can now put the numbers that you want. So either you can go to your, I think the number is 1 to 50, I think. You remember that?
Yeah. What's the clean number?
It's one, yeah, it's on 1 to 50, right? Yeah. Whatever was it. So let me just add is under 50. Just example. Copy that and then just type it here. All right. So now I have all the values, just in my example anyway. So the default value, if you want nothing, just leave it empty and click OK. There you go. So now we're expecting now when you go to that one, then you will now have a drop-down list of all the values that is being required. So that is what we so-called drop-down list. Another method of asking is based on the radio button or the checkbox. So the checkbox and radio button is basically under the category of your design under this called XYZ or called option. We can see that?
Yeah.
If you cannot. All right. So you can just go to this XYZ option group, but be careful. Sometimes it doesn't work. It will just actually, you will get crazy doing this because even you click it more, you feel like my computer is not working. See? Nothing. And you start panicking. Mister,
Calm down.
my computer is not working. You know what's the problem? The problem is the wizard is not active. The control wizard is not checked, so you make sure it is active, and once it's active, bingo, it will come now. So, and you will be in trouble if you don't have the wizard because we don't usually type. We simply just follow the wizard. Yeah, okay, so oftentimes it will be under the option of, let me just erase all these unnecessary things here. Oh God. Oh yeah, undo. Undo is the best way. All right. Anyway, so I hope it's still active. Yeah, it's still active. You can see that one. So just click the XY and then you can have now here. So oftentimes it's gonna be two option, the yes or no.
Yes, no.
Yes, no, and then storing that one as part of the Boolean. If you want default value or you don't want it. So -1 for yes, and it's always gonna be 0 for no. And it will be stored if there's already a specific place for it. Example, I'll just make it for the build year. It's not actually, but just for now. Click next to it. And here's you can have the radio button. And this is the checkbox. Okay, again, it's the radio button and this is the checkbox. So this is the only
I'm
thing.
still so confused about it. Like the radio button thing.
Yeah. Don't worry. When you
Like
can, you can put check, it's called checkbox. Okay.
yeah, I understand the difference between the checkbox and the radio box.
Yeah.
It's just the values that I'm supposed to enter. I'm so confused by them, especially with that question that they brought in 2024.
That
It
particular
didn't make sense.
actually that particular thing in 2024, you can just play along with that one by just simply putting the values like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just simply take screenshot because there's no specific value that they mentioned in that one actually, to be honest with you. It's actually,
Yeah,
I have no idea why they added question. It was a little bit away from the option group. But
yeah, because I'm kind of confused.
yeah.
What does like the values signify? Like, what do they represent? I'm so
Actually, they have
more is the exam.
five options there, right? 5 or 6.
I have the bell.
Yeah, 1 to 5.
It's like 5 or 6 options, but doesn't matter. The important thing is, you know what they asked there, right? Screenshot that you have done it, correct?
Yes, I get the screenshot, but I'm so confused when it comes to like putting the values for anything that isn't yes or no. Because I know for yes or no and like it's like binary and the binary 0 is no and -1 is yes. I understand that. But when it comes to other things, like they put like, oh, asthma and all these things,
Asthma, that's the
why like are these the numbers? Are these the numbers that get stored in the field?
it's not even existing because you're the one who's creating it. There's no specific number for it. Remember, you are the one who created the field for that particular year. So anyway, what you can do on that paper is basically just simply create those like this one, take a screenshot for that one, and that will do the job. Because that's the only thing they will ask you anyway. A proof that you have done that what? A proof that you have done that particular option group there.
What is this? You created two?
No, I just created.
Well,
Why is it so big?
No, because I drag it wrongly. Where's my yes or no title? It's just somewhere. So this is kind of annoying sometimes, but you have to learn to adjust them properly because you one paper it says that you have to put them in the orderly manner, like in the proper position.
Make it look nice.
Yeah, so make sure that it is organized. So you have to what? I can't even organize it myself. Oh God, help me. Help me. All right, so there you go. So now I can organize it at least. Because this one I can drag the title solo. So that will do there. So if you want to drag more,
I'll do it like this.
yeah, that will still be possible. Just drag it, drag it, drag it.
No problem.
You can do that one. Anyway, you can do that one. Anyway, that can be done by you. I have faith in you in that one. Anyway, so for the buttons, I'm sure you know already how to do it. This is the thing that we can add. So I think it was Safa who showed me a lot of buttons she added. It was you, Safa, right? When you add so many buttons into it.
Yes,
Yeah, so
yes, yes. Like the ad
just add,
records and the
just
first record.
add two or three would be enough actually. And just make sure that you have appropriate title of that one here. That's very important. You asked me also about the title. No, this is the default size and you don't have to worry about changing it because that's already big enough on that one. And always remember that when they asks for some navigational aid, these are considered navigational aid already. Going to the next record, previous record, deleting this one, or closing the file, it's already considered as navigational aid. Just make sure to adjust them accordingly also. Do not make it so much space into it because that is controlling the white space also. So right now, it's like that one in your layout view. No, in here because they might ask you for a screenshot of controlling the white space because that's part of the syllabus that they ask actually. Color, the size, and so ever, font style. So it's sans serif. It's possible for you to change. It's gonna be just here.
Sir, will they mention us to add the records or like I'm going to